Hey everyone, it is Liz with Liz Art Finds. I hope you've had a great week. I'm going to do something a little bit different this week since I did not do any shopping, and I'm actually taping this a little bit early because I've got some things coming up this week where I won't be around. So what I'm going to do today is top 10 finds, my top 10 glass finds. And most of these have ended up in my collection. So there's only one or two of these that may end up for sale one of these days. But I just want to share with you some of the amazing things that I've found in my travels in the past year and a half. And I think I'm going to start with the very first thing that I found, the very first yard sale that I went to. Now, this isn't all that great, but it led to something great. So the very first yard sale that I ever went to recently, it was probably a year and a half ago, and it was just a lady that posted a bunch of pictures online, and she had a yard sale and or garage sale, and I saw some pictures of some things that I wanted, so I decided to get up really early and head out there. Now, I picked up this bowl. It is just, it's a contemporary glass, like it's not that old. It's just like a handkerchief kind of style glass bowl that is hand blown. I got it for like $2 or $3. It is signed M. Misota on the bottom. The reason that's important, Melissa Misota is a glass artist in Bellevue, Washington. And I went to her website and I fell in love with her stuff. And I actually bought one full retail. So I want to show you, this beautiful bowl, which is in my collection. I may sell it someday. For now, it is living in my glass case, and I've just been enjoying it. But let me just show you something really cool. Melissa Misota has been going through a glass vase phase. I don't even know if it's a phase. She makes so many of these and they've been so incredibly popular. They're all a little bit different. Some have stripes, some are just different colors of glass that are kind of blended together. But I love the shape of this. I love, the cane, the way that this is done. I just thought it was really unique. So I have this as a vase that I actually use in my collection, and it's out on display usually or typically. This one I will not be selling. I am in love with it. Like I said, I paid full retail for it, and this is my personal collection piece from Melissa Misota Glass, Bellevue, Washington. So let's see, do I want to go in chronological order or do I want to just go in some other order? I don't know. Let's do another one that I got early on in my, I mean, it's only been a year and a half, but early on in my collecting adventure here. This is a perfume bottle. I also paid full retail on this. I got this at an antique mall in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. It may be neodymium glass. It may not be. I'm only saying that because looking at this online, it looks blue, like through my camera here. And when I put it in my cabinet there, it's purple. So originally I was just thinking it was aged because a lot of times older glass turns purple with exposure to the sun. And now I'm rethinking. So anyway, this is Czech. This is Czechoslovakian glass. It's a perfume bottle. I loved the little dauber thing on here. Everything was intact. I did not notice when I bought it that there were some little flea bites on the inside of the top inside rim of the bottle. That may have affected my decision to purchase had I noticed that at the time, but this was probably close to a year and a half ago when I bought this. I paid $32, I may have said that. I believe that is full retail on this or somewhere close to that. But it's really pretty cut glass. Oh, now it looks purple-ish. I don't know. Anyway, It's really pretty. It may be a neodymium glass. It may not be, but it's really, really pretty. It is not signed. It did come with a little hang tag from the person who was selling it at the antique mall, and it basically says check perfume bottle, $32. So I'm assuming that's what it is. And that is living in my glass case. I have some other perfume bottles that I bought when I was much younger. I've got 3 or 4 of them up there that this lives with. Maybe someday I'll show you those. But I wanted to stick with today just things that I've acquired since I started thrifting in the past year and a half. At that, not the same antique mall, at a different antique mall. This is Boonesboro Antique Mall. This is another piece that I'm keeping, but I believe it to be Chinese glass. I don't know for a fact. It is stretch glass. The reason that I say that it might be Chinese glass is I found another one at Goodwill, which is similar but different. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I need to learn more about this. It is a stretch vase. Again, I think I paid full retail on it. I paid $42. I'm not sure, but I'm keeping this one. It goes really nicely in my glass display. I have one in the other room that is similar that I did find at Goodwill that I will be selling sometime in 2024. And it looks very, very similar to this. It's exactly the same shape, and it's similar but different. So anyway, this is the one that I kept in my collection. It is not signed in any way, shape, or form. And again, I paid full retail for it, and I don't know a ton about it. Most of the other pieces I'm going to show you, I know a little more about. Not all of them though. So the next one I found at Goodwill. All right. I was shocked. This was just sitting there at Goodwill. It's this beautiful vase. It's got hints of pink and it's got white. It is signed at the bottom. It says David Boutin, David R. Boutin. And then it says Rainbow Glass Studio, 3 of 88. Okay, so this is vintage. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous glass vase. I love it very much. It is living with me for a little while. This one I may sell in the next year or 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But it was a shocking find at Goodwill, and I'm sure I didn't pay any more than $10 for it. I'm pretty sure it was $9.99. It might have even been a little bit less. So that was a really exciting find at Goodwill. Okay, what else? All right, next I'm going to show you another really exciting find. So this one was at the animal, we have a thrift store that benefits animal rescue, and they do 50% off days. I've probably showed you other things. Yeah, those little forks I've showed you before. From their 50% off days, I was shocked when I walked in the back and I found this. I'm going to hold it carefully here. So this, for those of you who don't know, this is Chalet glass. Chalet is or was in Canada. So some of the Murano artisans moved to Canada many years ago, and there's 2 different groups, the Chalet glass and Lorraine glass, and they're often grouped together. But this is actually signed or stamped Chalet at the bottom. So this is clearly a Chalet piece, but it is amazing. It is Canadian glass, but it is by the same artists that did a lot of the earlier Murano stuff. Or they're Murano trained. I don't know the specifics, but this particular basket, it's cranberry glass. It's just gorgeous. I mean, I got it for $12, okay? So the retail on these is around $120-ish. And I am keeping this one for a little while. It is living happily in my cabinet over there. But I may sell this one at some point, just because I want to get this back out there into the world. It's just an absolutely beautiful piece. I don't really want to hide it from the world for too much longer. But anyway, Chalet glass, I found that. That was amazing, just a truly amazing find. I'm sorry, I'm going to knock the camera. I'm saving my best for last, so I'm not there yet. So this piece, I believe I also found, it was either at Goodwill or one of the other local thrift stores. I honestly don't remember, and you can't really see it so well. It is Swedish glass. It actually is signed at the bottom. It's really hard to read, but one of the words does say Sweden. The rest of it is in Swedish. You probably can't see this. Let me see. Is there a way to... I still can't really see it. It's got a tree etched on the side. It's beautifully done, and sadly I can't really show it very well here. There's a tree etched into the side of this beautiful glass vase. I don't remember too much about it. I didn't look it up before I did this this live or tape or whatever this is. I know I didn't pay more than $10. More likely it was around $5 or less that I spent on this guy. And it is just a spectacular piece. And again, living in my collection for a little while, and I may sell that one at some point in 2024. This piece is just a little tiny piece of glass. I found it at Goodwill, I think for 99 cents. It's a little trinket dish, I think. It's got some blue at the bottom. It's got some clear. It's got a fun shape. You know, like a ring dish or a trinket dish, just a cute little glass dish. And it is living with me for a little while. It's not signed. It's got a beautiful polished bottom. I don't know anything about it. I would need to learn more about it if I was going to sell it, but I just loved it for me for 99 cents. There's no chips or cracks, and it's just a really, really pretty little piece. Okay, now this one, there may be some conversation about, some different feelings about, so it's kind of big. I found this at Goodwill a while ago. I love it. It's, you know, I just loved the stopper on it, and it kind of screamed Italian glass to me. I picked it up immediately as soon as they put it on the shelf. It doesn't have a ton of retail value. It's a company called Vidi Glass, V-I-D-I. There's a bunch of it out being sold now. This particular shape, not quite as much, but I did see someone that had this exact piece listed and it had the label. So it is Vidi Glass. They are Italian, they're based in Italy. And I believe they use alcohol inks to get the paint effects. I do have another vase of theirs that I kept as well that's in the other room. But this is just in my display. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. It's like a cookie jar, biscotti jar, with the, you know, with the lid. And it's just got all these really cool colors. The ones that have sold, it's hard to tell what they sold for because they were crossed out and it said best offer accepted, but the list price on them was between $75 and $85. So they probably sold, I don't know, 50 to 70, 55 to 70, something like that. And I think I paid $9.99 for mine. But again, I'm keeping it for a while because I love it so much. And I think that's all except the last one. So this last one, back when I started, someone turned me on to auctions. And back then, a year and a half ago, not too many people were bidding in the auctions. Right now, if I try to go on that particular site, the prices just go sky high. They go over retail, and you know, I can't get the kinds of things I used to get before. So I got some auction lots. One of the lots that I purchased for $42 had 3 Murano pieces. Well, that's not true. 2 Murano pieces and 1 piece that was in the style of Murano. Of the 3, one of them is fantastic and the reason that I purchased the lot. The other 2, one of them has a broken beak, which you couldn't really tell online, and the other one looks like its neck is cracked. So I don't think I can sell either of those. However, and some of you may have seen this if you follow some of the stuff that I do online. This is the most amazing thing I've ever found since I started. It lives in my collection. It will stay there for a while. Someday I may sell it. This is a Murano cockatoo, part of the Murano Zoo. It's got gold flecks inside, real gold. The comb on this one is just spectacular. There are others, but no 2 are alike. So yeah, Murano cockatoo from the Murano Zoo collection many, many years ago, made in Italy. This one does not have a label. Actually, you know what? This one does have a label. How do you like that? All right, so it's actually got the label on it that says Murano. I don't know, it's my pièce de résistance. It's like, it just blows my mind. So the value on these, you know, they range. I've seen listings and solds in the 200s, 300s, and 400s. Again, I paid $42 across 3 pieces, the other 2 of which I don't believe have any real value. But even $42 just for him is way worth it. So this is my favorite piece of glass that I've ever found. He's got no chips, no cracks. He's perfect. You know, me personally, I wish he was slightly brighter colors because I love color. But from a workmanship perspective, it's fantastic. So anyway, I think I showed you all the 10 things that I had pulled here. Those are my top 10 pieces of glass that I've found, other than that one Melissa Massoda. I mean, technically I found her through a find at a yard sale, so technically found. But in the past year and a half or so, those are my top, you know, my favorites, the ones that are living with me for a while before I decide. Some of them I'll part with, some of them I never will. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to share today. I know this video is really short. I apologize for that. I have a little medical procedure coming up, so I'm not sure when I'll be back with a haul video. Hopefully quickly and soon, and I may try to get something else up in the meantime. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday if I'm not here before that. And with any luck, I will see you guys first thing in the new year, if not before. All right, take care, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.